All right, guys, it's that time again. Is there anything getting you gassed up right now? Anything at all?
No, so much.
Kenny, we'll start with you.
The Browns for sure. Oh, that wasn't even Bowen. That was yours. That's funny.
Yeah, we're starting with you.
I'm really f***ed up, man.
Yeah, you are.
I'm gassed up. Guys.
Yes.
NBA season's about to start, so naturally you're starting to get some NBA news. And recently it was announced the new designs for the NBA City Series jerseys, which, obviously it's just a huge money grab for the NBA, if nothing else.
For sure.
But each year we are delighted with a few, weird, obscure designs. And this one just caught my eye this week and just really pissed me off because do we have the jerseys? Let's bring this up here. So the jersey that we have this year says "The Land Across the Front" and is powder blue. I was just kind of like taking in the reaction on YouTube to see, on Twitter to see like what's going on, what do people think, and I was greeted by some just really annoying, misinformed tweets. Things like, it's not really our colors, but looks sweet, doesn't it? Cleveland Tough said, when has any of our Cleveland teams or Cleveland in general been associated with powder blue?
I don't know, 1995?
Literally most of the 90s up until LeBron James got here. Like, Cleveland, the blue-collar city and diehard sports fans, how does that equate to powder blue? How about this one? Is it a thing to not have any of your team's colors in it? I don't think I'd wear that if someone gave it to me.
I'm embarrassed that these people are Cavs fans.
I'm embarrassed that they're alive.
Well,
like, you're taking up good oxygen from somebody that deserves it, and you clearly don't. Powder blue? Are they now the Oilers? Stay with the wine and gold and get rid of these horrible City Connects and alternate garbage uniforms.
Do these people really not... Like, do they really think this was never one of their colors?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was just like...
Bozos.
Like,
bunch of bozos.
I lost a bunch of boneheads, and Bone knows a thing or two about boneheads.
But just other comments about, like, isn't that Memphis colors or
Carolina?
Are they coordinating with Carolina? Yeah, the New York Times had an article in The Athletic.
Gave them what?
The New York Times gave them a 4 out of 10 in their rankings, and basically wrote, have they campaigned to partner with the University of North Carolina? Again, we'll go back to the fact that, like,
it's right there.
Most of the 90s, the Cavaliers were synonymous with powder blue, black, and orange. Yeah. Like, a whole generation of players.
Literally,
it was the only time the Cavaliers were really, really good was in kind of that
pre-LeBron,
pre-LeBron. Like, these are pretty iconic jerseys, pretty iconic.
And they should know this. They just brought those jerseys back like 4 years ago.
My favorite Cavs shirt to wear it all the time on the program is the powder blue Cavs shirt, because those are my favorite Cavs jerseys. Those are the ones I grew up with.
This is literally what the Cavs were wearing when all of us were old enough to start watching basketball.
So yeah, I'm not here to argue like whether or not they should make the city jerseys or whether or not they're even cool designs, but the fact that we have people out here that are questioning, when was powder blue a Cleveland color? Are you idiots?
And you call yourself Cleveland fans?
Like, seriously,
get out.
You are useless to the world.
Get out.
Get out.
Bone, what's getting you gassed up?
My car, or my wife's car.
Did she hit a pony?
No, it's just the annoying safety features. I don't know if anybody's covered this yet, but she drives a Palisade. It's a nice vehicle. I like it overall. Of course, the auto shutoff pisses me off every time it happens. Luckily, there's a button in this model where I can turn the auto shutoff off.
Like when you stop at a stoplight, it turns off.
Yeah, your air conditioning gets hot. Yeah. The car turns off. It's just super annoying. So I always try to remember to press that button to keep it on. And then a few of like the braking features. Like I go to back out of my driveway and I see a car coming, and it'll just like slam the brakes on you and just beep at you and yell at you when you see what's going on.
You got to turn the sensitivity down on that.
Maybe it's my issue, but There's also a sensitivity issue on the front. Like it'll stop you in your tracks. Like when you're driving, like you ever slow play somebody turning right into like a CVS, and you're hitting your brakes. You know they're turning, but you're not stopping completely.
Yeah.
It'll stop your ass dead in the road.
Yeah.
If you get too close to that car.
Yeah.
And so I'm gassed up on that. It pisses me off.
I don't like that either. That seems more dangerous.
I agree.
The lane assist stuff.
Yes.
Like sometimes I like to cheat a little bit. Like if I'm next to a semi.
Sure.
And it pushes me back into it, and I'm like, stop.
Yeah, it's like forcing your steering wheel over.
That, and the only one that always gets me too with the safety stuff on the cars is like going through a drive-through because it senses that I'm next to a building or bushes, and it's just yelling at me the entire time. I'm in the drive-through.
That's a good one.
How do I turn you off just while I'm in there needs to be the drive-through mode?
You guys got to go through the settings.
Like,
There's a lot of things you can change, but I agree.
I'm next to
a lot
a
of those
building.
things are very, very annoying.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
we need like
you got me riled up.
We need the AI revolution to hit cars like where they see things better.
yeah. No, I accept that, Bone. I don't like some of the safety features either. My car has a lot of them, so
Yeah,
they can get on
that's
my
it.
nerves.
Yeah, that's all I got.
It just beeps so loud. I had to turn the volume like all the way down.
Oh, whoa!
Which is
One last thing on this car in particular. If it's hot out and you leave the windows down, like cracked in the car, and say you lock your car and then you go do something, 15, 20 minutes later, it just starts going off, the alarm, the car alarm. Because I guess it thinks you might have left somebody in the car or something, and the windows are down. Like that's something you would do if you left like your dog in the car.
What in the world?
Like I don't get it, dude. It happens to her car all the time.
God,
That is awful.
This dog thing in the car thing has gone way too far. The amount of people that are like they see an animal in a car and are just like, I will bust that window out.
I actually totally agree with this because what we do is I actually will leave the car running with the air conditioning on and the dog inside, and I'm always worried. Ever since they passed that law in Ohio, where like, okay, I get it. Like sometimes it's needed, and I wouldn't care about a law or not. If I saw a dog was dying in a car, I'd probably break your window anyways.
If the dog was dying,
yeah.
but people will just do it because like if you're running in to get a Gatorade from the gas station and you leave your air on with the car with the dog in it, your dog is going to live. You're going to be 3 minutes in and out.
It's going to live if I'm in there 20 minutes because the air conditioning's on.
Right. There's no reason to break my window.
Right.
But people just get overzealous with this, and they're like, they see an animal in a car, and they're like, oh,
we got to get it out of there.
From Rocco's Modern Life. How dare you?
Yeah, I agree. We've gone too far. We'll talk about that another time. We're not gassed up about that yet. We will be, though. My gassed up for this week is the in-between weather. What do I mean by that? Right now in Ohio. I love the fall. It's my favorite time of the year. But this right before the fall, when it's like the end of summer, beginning of fall, is the worst. Because we're in the time of year where you wake up in the morning and you feel like you should have put the heat on.
Yeah.
But then by midday, it's like boiling hot and you can turn the air conditioning on. But then it's cooling down at night again. You're like, maybe I should turn the heat on again because it way overshot my 68 degrees I wanted the house at, and now it's at like 62. And it's just pissing me off, and it's going to get worse and worse until it finally settles into fall weather, which is where I want it to be.
Yeah, the real pain in the ass too is like you'd almost like to just open your windows sometimes, but then because it's that in between season, like there's a lot of pollen and grass and shit out that just messes with
my allergies are nuts right now.
It's like I'd rather keep the house closed than just play the heat air conditioning.
And then another thing, like I said, dressing. Like, what do you wear? Like, so like you get up in the morning, you're like, it's pretty chilly out. I should put like a long pants and a sweatshirt on. By midday, you're dying. You're like, holy shit, I should have wore shorts.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get home, you're like, probably this is a good choice.
Yeah, you got a layer for sure.
You just go through an emotional roller coaster every day just because of the weather.
Yeah,
it's the worst. It's the worst. But that'll do it for Gassed Up.